stop playing. You start dying. A matter of life and death. And we had our share of high work pressure. People feeling trapped, desperate, dying. How can play bring relief? Now, 8 years ago, I was returning a favor to Peter, and I was searching for public weather data for his serious game. And I was amazed by these digital games that I saw. They so easily could make me understand complex matters as water management in Holland. How does that go? How is it possible from playing a game on a screen, transfer meaning in reality, my reality? I was keen on finding out, and I found the very heart of play. So I started talking to directors and managers about his play, and they would say, well, Yuen, play is for children, not for us, serious professionals. We can't be seen in a ball game. So if I would add the word serious to game, making it serious games, would you play in the office? I want you to feel the effect of these games, and I invite you to stand up and play with me for just a moment now. And we're going to do circles in the air. So draw circles against the ceiling with your hand, with your finger. Very good. And lower your hand, still drawing these circles. And we do that for our last step, one time. Now look upon these circles and tell me, in what direction are you drawing? And in what direction did you start? Ah, the other way. What happened? Let me debrief you on this small game. Please be seated again. Something happened. Something happened, but what happened? A small game with hidden meanings, and the first one is about the routine. When you're caught off guard, your routine will kick in. And the game makes you realize to change your routine, you need much more dedication, time, and attention. The second meaning is about the perspective. You are able to change your perspective as long as you realize from which angle you're looking at it. And in the office, when you are having more perspectives, you are having more choices what to do, and having choice brings you relief. So, would you play these games in the office? Most people still hesitate because they fear to stand out, fear to feel, fear to be seen in a ball game. So let me tell you the story of Thea. She's a manager at the Royal Military Police, and that is the Koninklijke Marechaussee. Her team write policies, but they got rejected all the time. And she did find out why. Because there are too many typing errors in the policies. And she had an idea how to tackle this. Got her team together, and he set one goal: no more typing errors. They needed a few rules. One, Thea would be the last one to read the policies. If she found no mistake, she would forward it to management. She found one, you had to correct it. And you needed to treat the whole team for cookies. Guess what? Very first days, kitchen was loaded with cookies. So what does that mean? Still too many errors. That's what it meant. And the team realized now they had to change something. They had to change their routine, working in isolation. They needed to cooperate, give each other their work to correct it before sending it to Thea. So that's what happened. Long story short, management satisfied. So the team was in stress. They changed their routine, and they got more perspective and found a solution and were relieved at the end. And why? Why was this little game so effective? Because it met the 4 defining traits of game and play. The first one is goal. There was a goal giving you a sense of purpose to do so. There were rules, and rules limit your routines. So you have to become creative finding solutions. And 3, there's a feedback system. You remember the cookies. That is telling you how close you are to your goal. And 4, the voluntary participation. That means you accept the goal, the rules, and the feedback system. So you can keep yourself safe while experimenting, while failing, while standing out. And you enjoy the play. So 4 defining traits altogether in a delicate balance. And once balanced well, play will emerge, also in the office. Now you know how play can emerge. I'm going to tell you how play can make you and your organization grow to achieve your business goals. I'm going to tell you about the Shiraka training. December last year, 25 judges came from the Middle East to The Hague, the international city of peace and justice. And they came for improving their skills on legislation drafting, and that is writing laws. So professors, experts, scientists, they all flew in to teach, and I flew in to play. And in this particular lineup of lectures, I was really nervous. Will they, the participants, ever understand my language of play? So the first day, I entered the Academy of Legislation. It is at the Lange Voorhout. It's a state mansion, so we had high ceilings, marble floors, silk wallpaper. And I heard Arabic, French, and English. I looked into the room. I saw Dr. Hamouda Salhi, my interpreter. I saw one expert. I saw slide 87, and I saw 25 judges, all tangled up in cables, headsets, headphones, tablets. I thought, there's hardly any room to breathe, and oxygen was running out. So I thought, if I was not there, they would have taken notes as usual. They would have asked some questions as usual, and they would have returned home as a daily routine. But I was there. I was there, and Hamouda was ready to assist. So I stood up, thinking, Yuen, go slowly, go gently. And 24 pair of eyes were looking at me, and they were thinking, she has a very bad hair day. So I thought, okay, I brought a suitcase. This suitcase, and I also had slides, and this is one of the slides, a personal profile. They could make selfies and fill it out. And this exactly got Judge Madian fired up so much, he asked me, group learning union, play with this suitcase? How? Now? With you? And I said, yes. So Judge Madian stood up, and he was ready to play. And we played warp juggle. With a ball, a polar bear, the other way around actually. We played this ball game, and I used it as an instrument of analysis. I needed to know the flexibility of their minds. I needed to know what characters I had in the room. And Judge Madian, he used the game too. He grew. He became the informal leader of the group. during their learning journey. And being the youngest one, the senior judges let him do so. And why was this? Because play shifted their perspectives on each other. And that's why it happened. So the team played and did brainstorms, post-ups, after-action reviews, pre-mortems, visual drawing, and public speaking. They combined the hardcore knowledge on legislation drafting together with a playful way of learning. And they returned home. All right. In August, just in August, because of this day and because of you, I wanted to talk to Judge Ines Matar. And Judge Ines Matar, she is a judge at the Court of Appeal in Tunis. And she told me she reconnected with her passion again during the training. She valued the interaction with the judges so much. She wished she had 100 copies of Yuen in the office now. And fortunately for my husband, and unfortunately for Ines, there's only one. So what did she do? She applied the playful methods herself. And what about Madjen? He hurried back home because he is the judge of the Court of First Instance in Amman, Jordan. So his team is suffering from high work pressure as well. He analyzed with the exact same ball game one of the procedures, the application procedure, consisting of 12 steps. And together with this team, they combined 3 steps, and they cut off some waiting time too. And now the procedure has 2 steps. The applicants feel relieved, but his senior staff too. They hug him in the corridors for lighten their work burden. He saw his team changing. They are much more engaged in their work because they could change their perspectives and their routines. And the team actually is growing right now. They feel they can change the image of the civil servants in Jordan, because usually they are seen as lazy and unhelpful, but not the front desk of his court. You will see caring civil servants who are taking and dealing with the execution of the court sentences. So 1 interpreter and 25 judges, they lifted me up to grow and to show you how to achieve business goals at office, how to play. So stop dying, start playing. Thank you.